In the UK in particular, the media broadcast market went through a massive shake-up, as most people know, front page of the newspaper stuff, where there was a general lack of understanding around the compliance and requirements to run legitimate premium rate services on broadcast. And that whilst none of the broadcasters at that point would have thought they were doing anything in malice, they were trying to make great telly, that was at the expense of running services compliantly. What has been an interesting change in, I think, telemedia landscape is there was a belief in 2007 that the market shut down, which is really interesting, and absolutely to the contrary. The broadcasters, but certainly the main ones, stepped away. Some of them stopped without a doubt, but the other broadcasters stepped away, took a deep breath, obviously took big fines on the chin, and then came back with a highly compliant infrastructure, operational processes to relaunch interactivity on TV. What was really great then is that the way they approached broadcast and production and interactivity became very clinical, and so over the period of the next 7 years, the interactions became more prominent, more thought went into it, celebrating winners more effectively. And before, what people don't realise is that market has become and became massive again, and is a key driver to the UK industry in particular, let alone some key global markets. So what's happened is, in the fragmentation of TV, IPTV, digital channels, on demand, etc., as everybody knows, audience numbers suffer. Back in the days where Top of the Pops used to get 20 million, today the final of the X Factor might get 10, 11 if it's lucky. And that is, in sheer market size terms, you're going to interact. Interactivity is about a percentage of the people that are looking at it. Any economics sort of matrix work that way. And so broadcasters have a challenge that they've created great comps, giving away fab prizes at a decent price without any compliance issues, but the audience that they're exposed to now are at a level where they can't grow it, and every business requires growth year on year. So they're under huge challenges to see what they should be doing next. Where you see, this is where you're starting to see IP voting on the likes of X Factor. This is where you're starting to see price point changes, or even some outbound CRM to promote to users to sort of say, come back and play again. So we're in an interesting position now where all of a sudden those people that play the competitions are becoming have to be represented as brand advocates of the show, rather than just a cash cow for the broadcaster that takes the money out. And we've got to remember that if 50,000 people enter a competition to win 50 grand, 49,999 lose and one person wins. So the key is, what do we do with those people that lose? What do we do to give them a reward that they feel like their £1, £1.50 or £2 is was worth the play, and that they'll come back again and they can turn around and go, you know, that was a decent experience. And that's a challenge that our industry should address, and there's an opportunity there to do that, whether that be through loyalty, giveaways, rewards, sponsorship opportunities. That's for the market to work out, and obviously Fonix has very clear views about what it will do there. The broadcasters are all moving into a world where they need to make money and then look at pay TV strategies. So you go to ITV Player and they've got a paid for area around it. MTV's got it. Sky obviously charge. You get charged anything up to £150 a month to be on Sky. And so where I'm seeing what I consider is an issue time and again is the guy that heads up the on-demand player has come from a digital background. He thinks it's a good idea to put credit card in his paywall for 50p catch-ups to watch Coronation Street. And when it doesn't work, because we know in our world that that's about frictionless impulsive purchases and credit card doesn't befit that sort of micropayment, the immediate reaction from the team is pay TV doesn't work for our channel, which is not the answer. The problem is that they're not using the right payment mechanic for it, which, as we know, if you look at the iTunes world, etc., they're fab at taking money off consumers because it's frictionless. Google have a real problem with this. This is why they're going into direct billing. And this is where I think there's also a huge opportunity for the market. And when you look at the way that Apple have recently done the deal with Boku, etc., to do direct payments for iTunes vouchers, and you're seeing more and more mainstream players going this way, it presents a huge opportunity, and it's about us looking at the market that way and convincing those players that mobile payments is the key way to go.